Black, Poetic G. Beautiful love, always.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm King George. I'm the owner of T.Y.I Productions. I'm the curator of Black 31 magazine. Today, I'm here with another guest, another brother from the community. This brother, I met this brother, official celebrity boxing. This brother is in the field of boxing. His next fight is coming up this Saturday, December 14th. He will be fighting brother Hocus. So without further ado, can we give it up for brother Slick Rick Wilson? Let's go.
How's it going, everybody?
Yo, what's going on, brother? How you?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Feeling amazing, man. How about you?
Oh man, everything is well. Everything is well, brother. So, first and foremost, bro, tell the people who is Slick Rick Wilson.
Slick Rick Wilson, honestly, is a guy who was professional wrestling. Got linked up with celebrity boxing, and now it's everything that y'all see, man. I'm boxing along with wrestling. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, I like that. Diving into wrestling, right? Because growing up, I was a huge wrestling fan. How do you feel about wrestling? How much do you love wrestling, and why specifically did you dive into wrestling?
So I love wrestling a lot. There's nothing like it. I've always been a fan. And then the way I got into it, honestly, it was my brother who got me into it. Started Yard, and he took me to a show, asked me if I wanted to. I told him if they had a ring, I'm in there. And it's been downhill ever since, man. I can't get enough of it. Honestly, though, I'm finding out I kind of have the same feeling for boxing. I don't know, it might just be combat sports in general.
Okay, that's heavy. And how did you dive into official celebrity boxing? How did you make that connection to go from wrestling into boxing?
So Frankie Picard, actually, he had set up a thing between Titan Championship Wrestling and celebrity boxing. They were doing a joint thing. I came to press conference, talked to Damon. He asked me if I minded fighting. I was like, nah, I don't mind fighting. I can get in there and fight for a little exhibition. It's nothing, trying to, help with with Titan and them coming together. And I mean, after that first one, I just kept coming back. I started working a little bit on bettering myself as far as boxing goes, and I mean, coming up on a year now. Yes, it's been a wild ride. It's been amazing.
Absolutely. And how many fights have you fought so far?
I believe 3. Yeah, it's been 3 fights.
Okay. That's cool. And who are some of your favorite wrestling inspirations? Who's some of your favorite wrestlers?
First one that goes up is Randy Macho Man Savage. I was always a big fan of his. Bret Hart. A little newer, Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
Jonathan Gresham.
Okay. That's heavy. Besides wrestling, right? When it comes to diving into community things, right? What are your thoughts on the inner city, where we live at, North Philly, and all the excessive violence that's been taking place in North Philly, gun violence?
It's rough because a lot of it is kids, basically. I mean, the youth is out there doing this, and like, I don't know, man. I've lived in Philadelphia for a long time, and I mean, there's always been problems, but I mean, when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't much have to worry about getting shot. Really,
Yes.
like if I got into something with somebody else in my school or something like that, I didn't have to worry about them shooting. I might have to worry about getting jumped, but nowadays it's just like I don't know if people are just too scared to throw hands or what, but like it's wild, and we're losing a lot of youth,
Yes.
and I don't know how we can stop it, but we got to find a way to stop it.
Yes.
Like it's killing our community,
Absolutely.
and I don't mean just Philly.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Um, how does the art of wrestling tie into mental health? Does it wear on your mental health? Does you do is it therapeutic for your mental health? How does it wear on the mental health? Wrestling.
Honestly, it's both. Um, a lot of things that happen in the wrestling world can if you let it, they can really get to you, and they will tear your mental health and stability down.
Okay.
But at the same time, it can also be the opposite. It can be your release. It can be where you go to get those stresses out, get away from those problems.
Yes.
Just concentrate and focus on something else that can get you back in the right frame of mind. Um, even during training, like sometimes it can be kind of like meditation.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when it comes to training, right? Um, how long should a how long do you think a boxer should be training? Should a boxer should be training all year round, or should they be training periodically?
Um, I mean, personally, I'm from the school of you always training. You never stop. So I mean, I would go with year round. I mean, take care of your body, because you need to. Um, but training doesn't stop. I don't think the training stops, or it should.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I gotta ask this question. Uh, how do you feel about your next fight coming up against Brother Hocus?
Oh man, Hocus 45th. So this fight is going to be fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a couple things that I've picked up in training, a couple things we've been working on. But I'm excited. Going for I believe it's the super middleweight social influencer title or something.
Okay.
Um, and I'm always looking to put on the show. He opened his mouth up at the press conference, so now I gotta be real showy and pretty for him coming in the pink. So I can't wait. It's gonna be fun, man. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, make sure y'all do that. Hit XRumble.com. Tell them Pretty sent you.
I hear that. I hear that, man. I hear that, man. XRumble, official celebrity boxing. Yeah, man, I love it. And I can't wait to see the fight, man. It's gonna be epic, man. Like a lot of the fights are on a night gonna be really epic, man. And honestly, man, it's just a good atmosphere, and we just sharing the art of boxing. So that's what it's about. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all love, man. It's all love.
Yeah, for real, for real. Um, um, I got a good question. They had a lot of good artists, right? That performed that last one, right? And
Right.
and how do you feel about the great artists that they had come out and perform and everything?
I love it. I think celebrity boxing is a platform that can give a lot of up and coming music artists a real opportunity,
Yeah.
a chance to show what they have performance wise on a grander stage than they may be currently, or may not be. But either way, it's still a good platform to get seen on. Um, I'm excited for what they're doing with artists. I love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Um, what do you love most about yourself?
Hmm. My resilience. I've personally gone through a bit in life, but it doesn't stop me from moving forward.
Yes,
Hasn't broken me. It's not going to break me.
yes,
I, I say a lot. I'm unbreakable. It's because of that resilience. So if I had to pick one thing, like, don't get me wrong, I love myself. Not to say I'm narcissistic, but
yes,
self love is the thing.
yeah,
But yeah, my resilience.
absolutely, absolutely. As it should, brother. As it should. To never give up. And and in the voice of Damon Feldman, what he say? Never quit, never surrender. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Exactly. Exactly.
absolutely, yep. So you're a Philadelphia native, right?
Uh, Born in Jacksonville, raised in Philly.
Okay, born in Jacksonville, raised. Oh, that's great. So Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so absolutely. So, man, that's something to know about. How was it, right? How was it to be born in Jacksonville, and how long did you stay in Jacksonville?
So we moved up from Jacksonville pretty early. I think I might have been like 6 months or so.
Okay,
So I too young to like really remember anything
understand.
of Jacksonville outside of like I've gone back on vacation, summer vacations and stuff like that with family. Um, but I mean, pretty much like Philly has been most of what I've known in my childhood.
Absolutely, I hear that. I hear that, brother. I hear that. And what do you love most about the city of Philadelphia?
Um, Honestly, the reputation we have across the country. everybody, everybody knows people from
Yeah.
Philly, either by the way we talk or like I do enough like just how we dress and how we move. I've been places like I've been to St. Louis and I was just walking around and I was asked was I from Philly and I was like, well, what gave that away? Because it was like just the way you dress. Like people don't wear stuff like y'all wear it, blah blah. It's wild, but that's the one thing I love most about Philly. All the reputations we have, especially the sports fan ones, because that's probably the most accurate.
Yeah, absolutely, 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 for sure. And and tell me, do you agree with this? Do you agree that Joe Frazier needs a statue in North Philadelphia?
Um, I don't see why he hasn't had one yet. So yeah, I do agree. He's one of the greatest champions in boxing. He's from here.
Absolutely,
I don't see any reason not to celebrate it.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's so crazy because hair is like we don't talk enough about Joe Frazier. We don't talk enough about. It's like we forgot about Bernard Hopkins.
Right. B Hop is another one.
And B Hop record, like he only lost like 2 or 3 fights. He like I don't want to get it wrong, but I believe he like 58-3 or something.
Yeah, he's up there.
Something around there. It's around there. And we don't talk about that enough. But we glorify in the city, and there's no disrespect. Like it was a phenomenal movie, but we glorify Rocky in the city.
Yeah, which is crazy. But like that's a fictional character, and
Absolutely.
he got a statue down at the link. Like that's kind of nuts.
It's crazy.
Or wait, no, they moved it to the art museum now, didn't they?
Yeah, the art museum. Yep.
Yeah, it's, even still, like
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So when it comes to personal growth, right? Because we see a lot of young brothers, right, that need their personal growth, right? What advice do you have for these young brothers who are seeking a personal growth? What do they need to do to be successful? Also, what do they need to do to just be grounded in being themselves and being a man?
That's a good question. Um, so all right, my approach to personal growth is it's something I learned some years back. It's a phrase: constant and never ending improvement. Um, Basically, it just means every day, just try to be better than you were the day before. So and like start small, because the as you do the small things, they add up into big things.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make major changes. You don't have to focus on making major changes. Just make little ones. Like, say if you have like a bad habit that you want to break, just start every day, once a day, replacing that with like some other good habit that you want to take on. Like, kind of make a trade of it. You do that enough days, and it becomes habit, and the bad habit becomes broken.
Absolutely.
Just probably the best advice I can give is, like, don't rush it. Growth takes time. Just do the little things that you need to do day by day, and you'll get there. Stay focused.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's heavy. Let's go. Let's go. I like that. I like that. That's heavy. Back to XRumble, right? Back to XRumble.
Mm-hmm.
How important is the opportunity that Brother Damon Feldman is giving to younger fighters who are coming in the league and trying to get recognition? How important is that?
It's very important. Any time. So in a business like this, anytime you can be seen is going to be a positive thing. It's a good thing. You want exposure. Celebrity boxing has been around for a long time, which means there are always going to be eyes on it.
Yes.
When you are a part of something that's been established that long and has that kind of, we'll say, reach, it can only benefit you being on it.
Yes.
The more eyes on you, the better. And that's what Damon does. He makes dreams happen, makes dreams start. Like, it's a very good position to be in.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I noticed that the last fight, he brought out an autistic rapper that I loved, and I love that because in our communities we don't talk about autism awareness enough. We may see it from different companies, but we don't talk about it. There's a lot of things we don't talk about. Mental health. We don't talk about autism. We barely talk about the violence.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We see a lot of our people sitting back creating the violence. So it's like, what do you feel that is a major? What is a major change that we need? A major change that is needed in society. What do you feel is that major change that is really, really needed right now in the society to make gun violence at least dumbed down? Never disappear, but just dumbed down.
People need to learn to communicate again, man. Like, it's crazy because, like, technology is advanced to the point that communication should be easier than ever. And it's like, because of technology, people have lost the ability to actually communicate with other people, like whether it be face to face or just like not through the internet.
Yes.
Like even on the internet, the communication that people have is horrible.
Yes.
Um, Honestly, I believe if society can learn to communicate again, and I mean we're not that far removed from when we used to actually, communicate with like people who are considerate of other people. That will bring some of the violence down. I don't expect it to eliminate it. I mean, because it's it's going to take more than just communication for that, but it will ebb a lot of it because like a lot of problems come from people just not communicating properly.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I also have another question. Do you feel as though the contribution to gun violence, do you feel as though that the new music that's being played today is a contribution to gun violence also? Is it trickling? Is it really, does it have that trickle effect? Is it sparking the minds of these young kids to consistently kill each other? Is it the music? Is it the parents? Is it a mixture of everything? What is it?
Honestly, it's a mixture of everything. Like, so I know, the drill rap scene and all that is kind of
Yeah.
crazy. And I will say that has contributed in small part, but I mean it's overall a combination of a bunch of factors. Um, Poverty, education, families, like all of it ties together. All of it, music kids are listening to, like it all ties together. Some things are more contributing factors than others, but they all have their part to play. And music, however small the part it is, like we cannot act like music does not influence the youth. Now, I'm not saying that, you know like back in the 80s and the 90s when people would say music was doing things, they'd be like, oh, listen to the 90s doing it, they're devil worship. No, it's not like that, but you become what you subject yourself to constantly.
Yes.
um and if you're listening to certain things or watching certain things nonstop, eventually that does kind of filter into your subconscious, and you will start to take on some of those traits and characteristics. That's just how the human mind works. Um, so I can't put all the blame on music, but yeah, there is some fault from it.
Yes. I agree. I agree. Um, when it comes to when it comes to when it comes to the art of boxing, when it comes to the art of wrestling, right? You combine those two, right? And you can display art on both sides. Why? Which one do you love better? Which one do you love most? Which one do you love least? But most importantly, um, what keeps you going, wrestling and even boxing?
Hmm. Uh, I love wrestling more than I love boxing. Um, what keeps me going? Um, I mean, besides my own personal drive, um, my who got me into it is no longer with us.
Sorry.
And like, not it. It happens. Gun violence. Um, I know he would be pushing me to be the best and to keep going. And I kind of constantly hear him saying, I mean, can't quit yet. Keep going. Keep going. We still got work to do. Still got work to do. My father, it's a lot of things that drive me. Those things, because of those things, I can't stop regardless.
Yes. 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 And and last but not least, right? Uh, my condolences go out to your brother. Uh, but I have to ask one question, right? And it's a good question, very healthy. Um, um, but if you had a chance to go back in time, and if you could see death almost happening for your brother, right? And if you wanted to say something to him before he actually went out, what would be the last thing that you would really want to say to him that was positive, to really not, what I mean, to not make him go out and, because sometimes, right before something happens, somebody may have went to a store or something. You'd be like, what is that thing that you would have said to him to stop him from going to that space of where he, lost his life at?
Uh, so like I've actually I've actually thought about that a lot because that conversation kind of did happen.
I understand.
Like a couple of days prior. And I know what I said then obviously wasn't, it didn't have the effect that I would have liked it to.
Yeah.
With hindsight, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like,
I understand.
it's, I probably would have told him, like, listen, I know you're a good dude and you really want to help in this situation. Not all situations can be helped by you being there.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's yeah. That's the only thing I could think of that I would have said differently.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. My condolences, brother. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, one more, just one more question. Uh, what would you say to the young fella, right, who is going out into the world and he may be wanting to get himself into gun violence? What would you say to the young brother so he wouldn't end his life?
Young brother, you have so much to live for that you don't even know.
Yes.
There, I'm sure there are things that you want to do. I am sure there are goals you want to accomplish.
Yes.
You go out there into that, you're not going to do any of it.
Yes.
You're not going to be able to accomplish those goals. You're not going to see those things that you want to see. And ultimately, it's not worth it. It's not.
True. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. Man, these are the things that the community need to hear. And listen, man, I get it. I totally understand, man. Listen, brother. Uh, the things that transpire in the world, uh, we can never explain them. But
No.
that's why we always got to teach the next generation. We have to continue to pray. We got to teach the next generation how to pray, how to love each other, and most importantly, how to grow and stop hating on one another. Push each other up. Push each other.
Right, uplift, man. Stop tearing each other down, man. Like one thing we all need as a community, and we're this like wherever you're at is a community.
Yeah.
Community needs to uplift each other.
Yeah.
People need to uplift each other for the community to be successful, and that means if it's just your little circle, that means your city, your state, the country, all of it, from the macro to the micro.
Yes. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. Man, strong jewels, gems, man. I appreciate you, brother. Like seriously, man. Man, it was a very touching interview to feel that energy. Like it was just like, man, like I needed that too, brother. Like seriously, and because
I wasn't expecting it to get I tear up a little bit, but I appreciate you, bro. Like
no doubt, man, no doubt. Listen, and where can the people find you at?
Can find me on all social media platforms at either just saying DG1 or right here on Instagram, slick_Rick Wilson.
Hold it down, Hope. Nothing going on. Let him jab. Get him. And the bell rings. You got him easy. Go easy. You got him.
Let's go, y'all. Listen, y'all need to go follow, go support brother Slick Rick Wilson. He will be in the next edition of Black 31 magazine that's coming out in February. That's Black History Month. So listen, stay tuned. I'm King George. I'm the owner of T.Y.I Production, the curator of Black 31 magazine. Again, we are the home of truth. We are the home of the champions, the platform of truth, and the place where we uplift man, woman, and child. Peace and love, y'all. One.
Invested in the people, so I highly stress it. Pay attention, train your mind. During these times, we need more education, not incarceration, to elevate from negativity at all costs. Knowledge, power. Remember, this game spilled, given. Embrace it. T.Y.I, Poetic G. Peace and love, one.